out of jail, effectively. But I mean, it's a really good question you ask. What's in it for America? What's in it for Britain to support this kind of war crime, mass war crime, genocide? And as I said, it is a. I like to call it a very British genocide because it was mostly the British that created this situation in the first place. By the British mandate in between the two main world wars. So I think also, though, another reason, of course, is the arms industry. They stand to make a tremendous amount of money out of this. Also, insider dealing. When a war takes place, enormous great shifts take place in stock markets. People can make a lot of money on the derivatives market, gambling on those big stock changes. I wouldn't put that past some of the banksters to be betting on a war. And oil prices, of course, fluctuate massively. If you know you're about to do something and change the price, you can make a lot of money on that. But then there's also this encouragement, which has been going on now since I think the Zionist project started, really, of having a religious war in the Middle East with a kind of fake version of Judaism, which is essentially a peace-loving religion, a fake version, very much like the Salafists occupied the space of Islam and tried to really just take that and weaponize it. So this is what really has been going on, I think, with the Israelis. They're weaponizing Judaism. They've been weaponizing it in Britain to get rid of the pro-Palestinian support within the Conservative and the Labour parties, for example, accusing them of anti-Semitism. And so, this religious... and one of the things that absolutely illustrates what I'm saying is the way that Jews have been out on the streets of London protesting against the genocide in Gaza. This is the Namod group, who I'm sure if your London correspondents have come across. Exactly. And also, of course, the Neturei Karta, the Orthodox Jews. And even if you go back to the Bible, you'll find in the New Testament discussion about the Synagogue of Satan. So this is something which I think is there in the literature. It's a bit too hot to handle. It has been in the past anyway. And now we're starting to see the weaponization of Judaism against Gaza.
Right, which is, of course, Zionism, which has nothing to do with Semitism and all that. Yeah. Okay, we don't have time to discuss that. We'll leave it for another time. Now, Ali, what's the plan? The million-dollar question. Is Tel Aviv hell-bent on exterminating all Palestinians in Gaza, be it resistance fighters or civilians, or is it going to push them out of their land, which is burning to ashes, and grab that land, or maybe both?
Before I answer that question, just quickly about the religious factor. That's a very important point because indeed there are many American members of the elite who buy into this narrative of a Judo-Christian alliance against Muslims. I even read one American military commander speaking about the American military espousing Judo-Christian values. So that ideological factor, ideological religious factor, is strongly present when you want to talk about American support for the Israeli side.